the day, and then it's my pleasure to get our Deputy CM of Karnataka, Dr. Ashwath Narayan, who has been the guest of honor for us, has come for all the events that we do to drive the semiconductor and electronics mission and vision that we have done for. He will be addressing the audience right now. Dr. Ashwath, over to you.
Thank you, Navin. Good morning to one and all. It is my proud privilege to speak here today. At the Vision 2020 Summit organized by ISA, the electronic system design and manufacturing sector is the fast growing sector in the world. The global ESDM industry is worth USD 2 trillion, making it an important sector for India's growth story. India houses 1.2 billion mobile subscribers. By 2025, the electronic market in India is expected to grow up to USD 400 billion. India's digital economy generates about USD 200 billion of economic value annually. The country can create over USD 1 trillion of economic value from the digital economy in 2025. As per recently released ISA report, electronics production market alone is expected to contribute USD 300 billion to digital economy in 2025. Today, the entire world is facing a unique situation. COVID-19 pandemic not only resulted in health crisis, but also led to drastic change in the mode and manner of operating business. Digital transformation is now happening at accelerated pace, making initiatives such as Make in India, Digital India, and Startup India more important than ever before. ESDM has the potential to play a huge role in nation's economy recovery, with the major driver being the private sector. Not major, entirely it is the private sector, and some places we have some of the public sector also. And government playing the role of an enabler in creating the right policy ecosystem. Karnataka is a very important state for India and has been a pioneer in the innovation and technology, home to the Silicon Valley of India. We are the undisputed leader in the country in such sectors as information technology enabled services, machine tools, aerospace, biotechnology, and of course, ESDM. Karnataka has estimated GSDP of 220 billion and contributes. Our GSDP is of 220 billion, but our state government has a vision of within next 4 years to reach a target of 500 billion GSDP and contributes. It's really very proud that we contribute 60% to India's ESDM exports and 10%, this is where we are in a lower position, 10% to India's electronic industrial output. So we need to scale up here with regard to this. I will be, we'll be addressing this concern, how we can, scale up with regard to the electronic industrial output. Our state is India's largest chip design hub with 85 plus chip design companies and 70% of the chip designers based in here. And all major global ESDM players, Qualcomm, AT&S, Siemens, Samsung, Nvidia, Cisco, Hitachi, etc. are present here. We have adapted a multifaceted approach for the development of ESDM sector. As stated in our Karnataka ESDM policy of 2017-22, we aim to stimulate the growth by promoting or starting of 2,000 ESDM startups during the policy period and create 20 lakh new jobs by 2025 via skill development, quality infrastructure, ecosystem, encouragement to startups, and ease of doing business. Some key initiatives for the ESDM sectors are as follows. We have established Semiconductor Fabless Accelerator Lab, a first of its kind initiative in the country to help aspiring engineers and entrepreneurs to design products by providing software, lab facility, and mentorship. And CARS M1 fund has been created to provide funding to ESDM startups with a total corpus of 100 crores and government of Karnataka contribution of 25 crores. We have created a VLSI incubation center in Hubli and 5 common instrumentation facilities in Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns to provide lab facilities, plug and play tools, and software such as design tools for students and startups. Product-specific industrial cluster development program has been announced by Government of Karnataka with focus on ESDM for 3 districts. Chikbalapura for mobile phones and electronics, Mysore, PCBA and ICBA, Chitradurga, LED lights. The program aims to generate 1 lakh employment in each district, attract USD 725 million investment, and provide skill development training to 20,000 youth. We have industrial areas in 13 districts, totally land of 7,000 acres. For ESDM sector alone, 7 SEZs totaling area of 800 acres have been created. Exclusively for ESDM sector, 7 SEZ area, total area of 800 acres have been created. With Karnataka's strength in innovation, technology and manufacturing, I see many opportunities for attracting global investments to Karnataka and India, particularly for ESDM. In this regard, it is indeed encouraging to see Government of India initiatives for ESDM. In April 2020, the Government of India has approved 3 key schemes, electronic components and semiconductor spec production linked initiative scheme and EMC 2 to enable the electronic manufacturing sector and attract fresh investments into country under the umbrella of electronic sector. More recently, the realization of vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, the self-reliant India, the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade has proposed short and long-term measures to turn India into a manufacturing hub for 20 champion sectors, with electronics component being one of them. In this regard, I am delighted to share some good news. Government of Karnataka is trying to match, more than matching, we are trying to provide more than the Government of India initiatives in this direction. already the finance department and most of the departments have come forward. It's a matter of time. We are taking up the incentives, the scheme, special incentives for the ESDM sector, this cabinet on Thursday for the approval. The scheme to facilitate for the establishment of ESDM companies in Karnataka, the scheme will significantly improve the competitiveness of investment in ESDM sector in Karnataka and will be applicable across the state for ESDM companies set up during the specified 5 years. The components of these schemes as follows: capital investment subsidy of 25% on land other than Bengaluru urban and Bengaluru rural districts, up to 50 acres on guidance value, purchase value from KADB or KSSIDC. I think this is the first time a land subsidy being provided by any government. Will be the first government to provide a land subsidy of 25% on a guidance value or the purchase value from KADB. And 20%, 25% been provided by Government of India on plant and machinery, and we'll be providing 20% on plant and machinery. 100% reimbursement on stamp duty and registration charges. 100% reimbursement on land conversion fee. Power tariff subsidy of rupee 1 per unit for 5 years. 1 rupee per unit for 5 years from the month of commencement of commercial production. 100% exemption from electricity duty for 5 years from the month of commencement of commercial production. Production linked incentive, we are adding 1% annual for the annual turnover for a period of 5 years. Starting from the first year of commercial operation. So in this direction, many more initiatives we have come out. Land reforms, we have come up with land reforms, particularly for the procurement of land directly from the farmers. And as well as Karnataka Industrial Facilitation Act. In this act, pre-operative clearance is given for a period of 3 years or up until the beginning of the commercial production. You don't have to go for any approvals, only just they have to make an application through in a single window. With an approval through a single window, you'll be getting 3 years exemption from pre-operative clearance. This is something, drastic changes which has been brought. We are one among the 3 states in the country which have come forward with these kind of changes. So we are, some of the states we are just limited to small and medium scale. We have even extended to large scale. Labor reforms has been brought in and APMC reforms. Since my good friend Navin was mentioning about the agri-tech, I heard that more than 50% of the agri-tech companies' presence is there in Karnataka. It's a very good, excellent news. Even in APMC, the kind of reforms what we have brought in is facilitating for the growth of agriculture industry, for the PPP models or the APMC trading, and the growth of the entire industry. We are trying to allow the kind of precision farming and the integration of the entire technology enabled farming in the state of Karnataka, even for trading, procurement, for purchasing. These are some of the important areas which we are trying to promote. And along with this, the Karnataka Innovation Authority. The Innovation Authority is not just limited to 1 or 2 sectors. Regulatory sandbox is not just limited to 1 or 2 sectors. 360-degree, any sector, the law doesn't impede anybody from innovating, or the state laws or the local municipality laws. Nothing will come in the way. The innovators are allowed to come out with new solution in any of the sectors. So this kind of facilitation will bring in a big changes. We'll be the first state across the world to permit the innovation across in all the sectors. And we have been consistently working in this direction. And these are some of the good changes which we have brought in. And the education policy will be the first state to facilitate the adoption of the new education policy, not only the adoption, implementation also. We'll be working very strongly with regard to the implementation of education policy. transformation. The transformation will be such that it will be technology enabled. We are going to completely make use of the technology and ensure that whatever challenges needs to be overcome through technology, we are willing to adapt, make use of all possible things in our in the pursuit of the reforms. These are some of the many more things we have come out with reforms, and I think in this direction, a lot of good things can happen. Agri-tech, education tech, edutech, medical technology. To in the backdrop of COVID-19, medical sector has been witnessing a lot of reforms, and we have been promoting, and we need to address this very strongly, and we need to work on all the levels to work on prevention as well as curative. Prevention is most important thing. We need to promote the prevention as well as curative, and the Medtronics, the medical technologies. We'll be trying to be leaders in this area also. We will be encouraging and will promote whatever needs to be done. With regard to the products and activities eligible for incentives and under the special incentive scheme for ESDM sector is similar to national policy. I would just like to mention few: manufacturing and design of electronics products, semiconductor manufacturing and design, electronic manufacturing services, solar cells manufacturing, LED, any other electronics vertical product covered by national policy of electronics, national manufacturing policy, and related notification as issued by Government of India from time to time. Apart from this, Government of Karnataka will also provide acknowledgement certificate for companies which would be given after obtaining approval from relevant clearance committees. This certificate shall be deemed approval bar clearance for the downstream approvals by various departments for initial period of 3 years or from the commencement of commercial operation, whichever is earlier. We have recently formed a dedicated MNC engagement cell, which will act as a single point of engagement for all technology MNCs in Karnataka. To engage with government, the objectives of MNC engagement cell are to develop an engagement platform for overall innovation ecosystem development, to understand needs of the MNCs by GCCs to grow in the city in Karnataka, to provide handholding support for resolution of issues with Government of Karnataka, entities such as BBMP, Health Department, Industries Department, Urban Development Department, Karnataka State Pollution Control Board, with the help of online MNC engagement portal. In consultation with the industry, we have set up Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. I think ours is the first state to set up a not-for-profit company where the 51% of the shares will be held by the trade organization like NASCOM, ASCHAM, ISA, and Confederation of Indian Industry, and where all the policy initiatives, recommendation, everything can be suggested and for the implementation and for connecting with the industry and act as a bridge between the industry and the government. To promote the Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, this is something a big game changer and by the government to promote digital industry growth and attract investment. The mission will provide handholding services to companies and suggest policy incentives for government. Acting like a bridge between government and industry, the Karnataka Digital Economy Mission will be co-chaired by a senior industry member and additional chief secretary, bar principal secretary of Department of Electronics, IT, BT, and Science and Technology. To attract investment to state, the government of Karnataka has simplified other regulatory procedures to a large extent with nodal agency, Karnataka Udyoga Mitra, single window online portal, e-Udyami, grievance redressal cell, and relationship managers. We are facilitating seamless and time-bound process for project approval, grant of statutory permissions, and license for industry. Government of Karnataka vision is to make Karnataka the hub for ESDM sector by providing incentives to company to invest here and to supporting domestic innovation around which the next breed of Indian ESDM startups can thrive. Government of Karnataka pledges to support Government of India's vision towards the and development of ecosystem, and we look forward to the constant involvement and consultation with relevant stakeholders in the coming days. Even today's our honorable president, Mr. Satya Gupta, his statement had come up in Times of India, and his aspiration and the challenges what has been faced by has been mentioned there, and whatever vision or thought our organization ISA is having, will be completely supporting it all the way. Whatever our government can do, we'll be willing to support in fullest extent. Will not stop anywhere. Nothing is small, nothing is big. We are very keen to encourage the industry growth in a very big way, and will facilitate whoever is interested for the investment, promotion, starting of new companies, anything. Since even Government of India has come out within a priority sector for the startups, which is a very good initiative. We'll be reaching out to all the banks to facilitate, for the providing of loans and encouragement of any kind of financial support from the even the banking sector. With all these things, we'll be making sure whatever support required by government, will be willing to extend all possible support. Whoever is interested to expand, scale up, bring new investment, will be very happy to extend our fullest support. With these few words, I would like to stop here. And I would like to congratulate once again Vision 2020 Summit organized by our ISA in a very big way. It is reaching out to the audience across the world. This is a new way. I think this virtual media, virtual platform has got more bigger strength than physical presence. Probably across, I think so earlier, people never used to connect in such a big way on a virtual platform. Today, we expect many of the people who never used to come physically, they come and participate virtually on this platform and make the Vision 2020 Summit very successful. And all the exhibitors, the speakers, the company participating, the panelists, I would like to thank all of them for making all the sincere effort to make this Vision 2020 Summit a big success. Once again, I thank all the organizers for taking all the interest and pain in organizing such an event on behalf of Government of Karnataka and Government of India. Once again, I thank them, and then I wish them all the best. Thank you all. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you, Dr. Ashwath Narayan. We thank you for announcing such good policies for boosting the electronics and the semicon industry. You have been a great mentor. Hello. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ashwath Narayan, for announcing the policies for boosting the electronics and semicon industry. You have been a great guide, mentor, and supporter for us, and we keep looking forward for your support and guidance in the future. On behalf of the team, since we are in a virtual environment, but nevertheless, it's important to thank you for your time and the direction for us for making this event successful. Thank you all.